জি আমরা শুরু করছি আর কি।
Action.
শুভ সন্ধ্যা ভিউয়ার্স, ভিশন অ্যান্ড অ্যাকশন টিমস এর ভিএনএ টক্সে সকলকে স্বাগতম জানাচ্ছি। আমি ইয়াসির আরেফিন, এফসিএম এ ব্র্যাক ব্যাংকে কাজ করছি। আজকে আমাদের অতিথি মিস্টার আরিফ খান, এফসিএম এ the MD and CEO of IDLC Finance Limited. Before moving to Arif Bhai, we just want to highlight about this program, this contents, and the VNA Talks. VNA Talks is a platform powered by the Vision and Action team, mainly to focus to groom the young CMA professionals. Along with the CMA professionals, we also highlighting and covering the all accounting and finance professional, the business and finance executives who want to move the career ahead. And this program is live on a VNA Talks platform, CMA Vision Action platform. পাশাপাশি আমরা এই প্রোগ্রামটা রেকর্ড করে আমাদের ভিএনএ টক্স ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে আমরা সংরক্ষণ করব। যারা ব্যস্ততার জন্য আজকে আসতে পারছে না, পরবর্তী যারা তা দেখতে পারে। আমরা আরিফ ভাইয়ের কাছে অনেক কিছু শুনবো, বাট বিফোর মুভিং টু আরিফ ভাই, আমরা বলতে আছি যে আমাদের এই প্যান্ডেমিক এবং আমাদের এই কোভিড-19 অনেক কিছু শিখিয়েছে। অনেক খারাপ দিকের মধ্যে যে ভালো জিনিসটা আমরা শিখেছি, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ভার্চুয়াল কানেক্টিভিটি। সো উই অল হিয়ার কানেক্টেড from different area, just sitting in the living room, in country, in abroad, anywhere in the continent, and just we can share our learnings, we can share our experience, we can learn the experience from the veteran leader like Arif Bhai and other experts. এবং এভিএনএ টক্সের যে এপিসোড 1 আমরা আজকে প্রথম পর্বটা শুরু করছি। পরবর্তীতে আমাদের নাম্বার অফ এপিসোড থাকবে। those programs we will cover and invite the industry experts, the subject matters, and other professionals who are expertise in business, in finance, in banking, technology, in digital initiatives, in accounting, and other like the SMEs that are in these sectors. অনেক কিছু আমরা শুনবো, কিন্তু একটা জিনিস না বললেই না, যে সাইমন সিনেক বলেছে যে to be an effective leader and to have a proper manager skills is not a byborn. It can be learned, it can be acquirable, it can be practicable. So আজকে আমরা আরিফ ভাইয়ের কাছে শোনার পরে যাই শিখবো না কেন, we will practice in our day to day life, we will practice in our corporate life, we will practice in our career, so that we can enrich ourselves. আমাদের যে আজকের মেইনলি ফোকাস অডিয়েন্স, those who are very much and very good at technical skills, like you say at the accounting side, they have very good at the subject matters, but where they are lagging behind, mainly the interpersonal skills, the leadership skills, the communication with the top management, and the communication with the overall board of directors, management, and the investors. So that's why I think the storage program, the road to become an effective manager, is very vital for us to learn from him. And lastly, আমাদের program is mainly divided in two parts. Initially, Arif will tell us, and gradually the second part will be the question and answer session. এবং এই question answer সেশনটা আপনার যেই প্ল্যাটফর্মে আছেন না কেন সেখান থেকে রেজ করবেন, will definitely have this conversation in the later part of the session. So thank you for joining this program. So now I am inviting Mr. Arif Khan, the visionary leader, and he was the previous Commissioner of Bangladesh Securities and Exchange Commission. He also the first president of ICMB, and currently running the one of the dynamic financial institution, the IDLC Finance, as a CEO and MD. So welcome, Arif Bhai.
Great. Hi, Yasir Arifin. Thank you for your great introduction and kind remarks about me. I am sure that I'm audible to you and you can see me properly.
Yes, you're audible, Arif Bhai.
Okay, great. So, dear participants, I'm sure there are a lot of expectation that what I will come up with today's lecture. I mean, is there something, because I said that the topic of that discussion is that roadmap to become an effective manager. So many people may think that okay, Arif Bhai will come up with something, 1 or 2, 3 items that I will just copy and paste and I will become an effective manager. There is a magic pill. Honestly speaking, there will be nothing like that. There will be no magic pill. I will gradually describe you the path to become a successful manager, which will eventually lead to a successful leader and successful life manager. It's not an easy task, but also it's easy task for if you follow the process. So at the very beginning, I'd like to say that whatever I will tell you today, these are my last 30 years learning and empirical experience in my corporate world and government experience. And I have seen how what works and what doesn't work, and what needs to learn, what needs to unlearn.
ভাই একটু
So
লাউড হলে বেটার হবে, একটু লাউড।
yeah, so I'm I, is that okay now? Is that okay now? Can you listen to me?
Yes, yeah, it's
Okay.
fine now.
Okay, great.
জি,
Or it would be even better if I use the microphone or AirPod. Can you listen to me now?
yes, this is excellent.
Okay. So I would like to say one thing very important. Listen to my lecture very carefully, because this looks very simple, but this has got very profounding impact in your career. I don't think that I will give you a lecture on various topics which you don't know. I think almost 90% of the things that I will share with you, all of you know. But the real problem is that knowing and and getting the result from that is the most difficult task. What is the difference? I always tell that there are two terms. One is learning, another is knowledge. Remember, one is learning, another is knowledge. Learning means I had this lecture of Mr. Arif Khan, I had this lecture of Tony Robbins, I had this lecture of Jack Ma, I had this lecture of Bill Gates. I know everything, but until and unless I practice some of those learnings in my life, daily life, weekly life, monthly life, it is only learning. So there is a difference between learning and knowledge. Once I learn something and I think that this learning can be impactful in my life, in my corporate life, in my personal life, and then I on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, I try to implement those things in my life, then it becomes knowledge. So we cannot claim that we are knowledgeable on certain topic unless we practice those things in our life. This is the ground rule of the entire learning, because I have seen many lectures. Thousands of people are attending training program, learning courses, but it in many cases it doesn't work. In a great book written by Tom Peter, In Search of Excellence, he said that 15 million copies of that book were sold. In the second edition, he said that my book's first edition, 15 million copies sold. And out of the 15 million people read back cover and front cover and table of contents. 10 million people read couple of chapters. 5 million people read full book. 500,000 people while reading took a marker and highlighted the important parts of that book, and 50,000 people used that marker portion in their journal writing and kept there in their pocket, so that every day they can open and practice those things in their life. And this 50,000 people is a game changer. So 15 million people bought the books, but actually ultimate result gone to 50,000. That's why many people say, oh, Mr. Mahathir Ahmed has become the CEO of Ruby. He runs a big car. It's not it's a very easy job. No, you don't know that what Mr. Mahatab or Mr. Yasir Arifin or somebody else is doing. There is lots of hard work. So rule number one is that only learning. This lecture will not take you anywhere. From today, you ingrain that in your mind that learning is nothing. I want to acquire knowledge. And what is knowledge? When I convert that learning in my daily life by daily reciting that, by daily writing that, by keeping that in my pocket, drinking it, breathing it, eating it, everything on it. So that is knowledge. So this is the number one ground rule you have to follow. Another rule I would say
everybody should start, because I don't want to give a very conventional lecture here. People think that I will attend a program and I will learn so many things and my life will become will change. I'll become CEO. I'll become CEO of Fortune 500 company. It doesn't work in that way. There is a rule of curation. For success, it takes a time. It takes a time. The minimum time for any topic, there is a rule of 10,000 hours. Unless you spend 10,000 hours on certain topic, you cannot master on it. And what is 10,000 hours? That's why I go back always this famous story of Chinese bamboo tree. They tell that a person sowed a seed of a Chinese bamboo tree on the ground of near his house. Nothing comes up in 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. He's giving water, cleaning the grasses. His neighbors are looking into. After a few months, somebody asks, "What is happening? You are doing so many things. Nothing is seen over the ground." 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years gone, and people are laughing at him. "Oh, what are you doing? Nothing is happening." After 3 years, first leaf of the tree is seen over the ground. After 3 years. And in next 20 days time, it goes 300 feet. So what is the age of this bamboo tree? Is it 20 days or 3 years, 20 days? It's actually 3 years, 20 days. So the output we have seen in 20 days, the tree went up 300 feet, but actual groundwork was happening under the ground, under the soil for last 3 years. Lots of preparations taking place. So do not get impatient. Do not think that success will come automatically. So there is minimum 3 to 5 years game plan. If you want to take this point from me today, that I will change my life, you have to take a timeline of 5 years, minimum 3 years. And that 3 to 5 years will be a kind of a block in your life, and you will continuously follow on that single object what you want to achieve. Only then you will see success. You cannot just see success here, work here and there, and get extraordinary success. As Einstein said that if you do the ordinary work every day, that will never bring you extraordinary results. So second concept is that you have to give this 10,000 hours or curation time or 3 to 5 years time for any success. Third ground rule for any learning. I am not coming into any technical issue now. I'll come later. But unless you understand this difference between learning and knowledge, understand that it takes 3 to 5 years, 10,000 hours to master on any subject, nothing will work in many cases. Number 3 point, focus. Focus. If you put a magnifying glass against the sun and put a paper under the magnifying glass, you will see that after a couple of minutes, there will be fire on the paper. If your hand is fixed on a certain point, if it is fumbling little bit, few centimeters, whole day nothing will happen. That is the power of focus. Nature has said that if you are focused on a particular point, focus, then there will be fire on the page. No focus, nothing will happen year after year. There will be no fire on the page. What does it mean? If you take a photograph of a person, you take the camera and you focus on a particular person, you focus on me, immediately you defocus on others. So focusing means you have to defocus something. So meaning that I want to achieve something in my life, so that should be my focus, meaning that I have to defocus lots of other activities. Unless we know how to focus and how to defocus the entire world, I will tell you it will not work. From my life's own experience, I will share my life. When I was giving the CFA exam, I was CFO of IDLC. I had only 3 months time. So I thought that I have to read at minimum 250 hours in those couple of 90 days time. So I took a target of 18 hours in the holidays, and the weekdays after office hour, I took a target of 6 hours from evening to middle of the night. So I discontinued to go any family program, anything, anywhere. Even I did not talk to my small little girl for many, many months. My only focus was that I have to read 250 hours to pass the exam. So I defocused the entire world and I got the result. That is known as focus and defocus. Meaning that if you want to achieve something and you say that I want to achieve this, but if you take an audit of your daily life, you see that you spend 6 hours or 8 hours in social media, not on your targeted goal. So if you are not spending time on your targeted goal, you are moving here and there, meaning that you are moving in social media, you are not focused. There will be no fire. So rule number 3, focus, focus, focus. Rule number 4, watch your daily life. I don't think that technical knowledge is the most important thing to become a successful manager or leader. Honestly speaking, there are a lot of survey from world-class universities. They say that 30% only technical knowledge, 70% is soft skills. You know, soft skills. We have not learned those soft skills in CMA exam. We have not learned those soft skills in the Dhaka University Finance or IBA in many cases. Soft skills are different. So Bangladeshi professionals only give attention to technical knowledge. I know accounting, VAT, tax, and they all talk on this. But soft skill, no attention. But research says 70% of your success comes from your soft skill. And soft skill, what? I will come back later. So what I was talking, watch your day. This will give you an audit that actually what you want to achieve in life, are you spending your time on that topic or spend? Oh, in IDLC we want to increase SME financing, but whole day I check and I found that I was doing more corporate lending. Will I reach to SME financing? No. Watch your daily life. I think that's the most important thing. When you go to sleep, you take an account and audit that how many hours of my daily life I spend on my most important project on my which I want to learn. And this is rule number 4 for being successful. These are time tested. If you follow this process, you will see a sea change in your achievements. And rule number 5, these are 5 basic rules in any learning. Before I give any lecture to anybody, be proactive. Be proactive. Unless you plan your life, somebody else will plan your life. And you will regret. Oh, I have not done it. You take control of your life. Socrates said many years back, know thyself. And it is only you who is the driver of your life. Do not say that my employer did not give me these things. My colleague did not help me. There was no electricity. These are the loser statement. When you do not achieve anything, straight look at the mirror, look at your eyes and ask yourself, have you done your best? That is the first question and only question. No other blame game to anybody. Blame game is the trait of the unsuccessful people, and that's why 99% people blame, and that's why 99% people are unsuccessful. 1% people goes up high, they never blame anybody. They always say that I could not do my best. So be proactive means I will not react. I will think ahead. I will plan my own life so that other people do not plan my life. Everywhere I will always try to preempt what may come from the environment. What question my boss may ask. When I go to board meeting in the last 5 years in IDLC, when I go to the board meeting, there are lots of agenda. Believe me, I am telling my own story. In last 5 years, not a single agenda was deferred. It's a record because I tried to assess what could be their question 360 degree. And I have not found any question that they could ask which we were not prepared. So be proactive, take charge of it. So before any learning, please, I tell you, remember Arif Bhai said these 5 things. There is a difference between learning versus knowledge. There is a curation time of 10,000 hours or 3 years of Chinese bamboo tree. Has to be focused, meaning that we have to defocus many things. We have to watch my daily life. Your daily life makes your weekly life. Your weekly life makes your monthly life. Your monthly life makes your annual life. Your annual life makes you leader. You want to be a leader, but you do not wake up on time and you do not make up your bed. You keep your room untidy, unclean. You do not make up your bed by yourself and you want to be a leader. Honestly, that doesn't work. Your first test, Can you make up your bed? Clean your room before you're going out? Because that is a leadership trait. So watch your daily life. While you go to bed, take an audit that how many hours I spend today on social media and how many hours I spend today on my project which I want to achieve. So that will every day will come back to you. Every day in, day out, day in, day out. There is no shortcut. There is no nobody likes any practice which you do one day and sleep for 5 days. Small practice every day gives the best result. So be proactive. With these 5, I'm sure that all the people here knows accounting, tax, VAT, audit, management, accounting, marketing, strategic management, information technology, financial management. But we all think that our technical knowledge we have done enough. No. What does it mean that technical knowledge I know best? Remember, I think sometimes we have got this ego that I am a CMA, I am a CA, I am a CFA, I am a Harvard graduate. Believe me, these are not no skill. We take pride in these are no skill, honestly, unless there is people who wants to pay for your service. This has got no value. There has to be people in the society who wants to buy your service with money. What service you offer, and people are lining up on the street to get your service on money. Why you think that I need a job? That's a wrong strategy. You increase your skill to that level that there are always 5 jobs lining up. People are asking, would you come to my team? Would you come to my team? Would you come to my team? We don't focus. We said, nobody is giving me the job. That's the wrong strategy. So be best, whatever, even if it is a smallest task. Nobody wants to do that, but that smallest task, think that I want to do that in the best way. So improve your skill. So we have done CMA, we have done masters in accounting. I think that's a very, very wrong strategy. Learning starts after your formal education. So everyday learning is one of the major quality, one of the major skill of any successful manager. Sometimes I will come back with my own life experience. Please do not misunderstand me. I'm not beating my own drum. I'm just sharing my experience with my younger colleagues so that if they get some benefit. I do not start any day without reading a book. Never, ever. There is not a single day I come to office before reading few pages of a book. So my target every month 4 books now. So I have planned 50 books in a year. And people say that I don't have time to read book. People say that I don't have. Then you watch. You don't have time. If somebody says that I don't have time to do this, I say that you rephrase your word. You don't prioritize to do that. If somebody says that, oh Yasir, last 1 month I was so busy that I could not give you a call. Wrong. Yasir was not in my priority. If it is your priority, you will read the book. And always remember, enhancing knowledge on daily basis is the #1 leadership quality. That's why Microsoft Satya Nadella, Tim Cook of Apple, or Sundar Pichai or Google, or Indrani of PepsiCo, or Jack Ma, anybody you ask, they read. Because when you are reading a book, you don't know that great person is inviting you in his bedroom, drawing room to talk to you one-on-one. Even in certain cases, our big leaders will not get an appointment with that people in their entire lifetime. But this people is talking to you one-on-one in his bedroom, in his heart to heart talking is happening, and you get that in the book. So read book every day. What are the soft skills? So technical skill, continuous improvement, continuous learning. You have to. What tax rule is changing, what VAT new circular is coming, what Bangladesh Bank circular is coming, what is happening in financial management, what are the recent technology. So I will not go into, I can give lectures on in specific topics later. But look at the soft skills that we miss everyday basis. We only say that, oh yeah, I'm very good in accounting. It doesn't work. In this world, nobody Normally nobody goes up the ladder to the top leader without a communication skill. Communication, communication, communication. I know everything, I can't communicate to the audience. It's difficult to go up in the ladder. And how to improve the communication skill? Take a project that's 2020 is my year to improve my focus communication skill. Only two topics. Do not wait, going back to the rule, focus, focus, focus. When I was a very shy speaker, I could not even speak in Bengali and English 15 years back. I could not say anything in the classroom. This is a real life study. I started reading Dale Carnegie, and Dale Carnegie book says that you want to speak, you cannot speak by reading book. You have to start by speaking. You have to learn by speaking. You cannot ask a child to learn how to walk. You say they read the book and start walking. You have to ask her to walk, and she fell down again, wake up, stand up, and fell down, stand up, and that's how she learns how to work. So if you want to speak, you have to speak. And how to? Dale Carnegie says they go to the seminars, programs, and when they say that anybody any question, you raise your hand instantly and start talking. And people will start laughing at you because you cannot talk. People will start, his grammar is wrong, but you have started the journey. They don't know that they are laughing at you. And I started that. And first 3 years, I continued. My focus was only one topic: communication in English. What I used to do, I used to read Economist, Business Week, Daily Star every day. In one article, I found 50 words I do not know. No idea about that vocabulary. So every day, 50 words in a small diary pad I used to write, and 3 antonyms, 3 synonyms. I kept that in my pocket 3 years straight on. 3 years straight on. I read any word uncommon, any vocabulary, I put it in my pocket. I am going in the rickshaw, in the auto rickshaw, I'm reading that. Well, before sleeping, I was reading that. And I started talking to every public program. And honestly speaking, and now it's one of my best skill. Last year I went to United Nations and I gave a speech there, and everybody appreciated. And I don't say that I'm a great speaker, but I'm continuously learning. So if you say that I want to improve my communication skill, and then you forget everything and you start again browsing Facebook for 5 hours, what a loser's attitude. Do not waste your time like that. I'll move a bit faster. I'll not talk more than 10 minutes. So this only one communication skill can be a topic for all my people here for 3 classes and can change your life. How can you improve the communication skill? So I am not actually going into detail. I'm just, today is my executive summary. I have a plan. Let me just say my last word before I forget. I have a plan. If anybody wants to run a journey with me for next 1 year, because it doesn't happen in one lecture. It requires at least 1 year to 3 years mentoring and active mentoring. It's like a workshop, evaluation, variance analysis, improvement plan, continuous. And if 100 people register with me to be attached with me for next 1 year, I can assure you that there is a process to change your life. So how to improve communication skill, I will talk later. Another very important quality to be an effective manager is that always be positive. Your attitude decides your altitude. How to become positive? Small people talks about mind. Do not talk about people. Those are the losers mentality. Those are the losers quality who only talks about people. Oh, Arif bhai is a bad guy. These are the most, every people can do that. Find out good things in people. Positivity means if people are toxic people around you, immediately leave them. Do not waste your time by spending with the toxic people, because they are actually taking out your energy, your everything. So always, this is another soft skill. Always avoid toxic people. Always avoid blame game. Always be positive. Become number 3, very important quality of a manager. Very important quality of actually one of the most, listener. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth. We should talk less, listen more. And what is listen more? Listening more means put yourself in the shoe of the other person. Do not always try to say that I am best, my point is right. As Buddha once said that you have a point, I have a point, but there can be a third alternative which is better than both of ours. Always be open. Give empathic listening to others, meaning that try to understand his point. Most of the people, when they listen, you know what they do? They do not listen. They actually immediately start processing answer of that. They're not empathetic listener. They immediately try to defend their position. So that's not listening. So I will come back on listening topic. I can take you for 1 hour workshop how to improve listening. So we just say that by that you learn to listen and you listen to learn. You see, this two phrase. One, you learn to listen, and then you listen to learn. Meaning, the more you listen, the more you learn. Unsuccessful people talk more. Wise and successful people listen more. Another soft skill. Life is all about discipline, 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 discipline. Look at the nature. Nothing. There is no collision. Not a single second before and after things are happening. Everything is discipline. I'll come back to the discipline. There is a concept of 5 a.m. club. Successful people are 5 a.m. club people. They never wake up after 5 a.m. This one point can change your entire life. I'll come back later in a different course. How this one single point 5 a.m. club can transform your life. Nothing happens automatically. If you look into the life of the successful people, what they do, you do not know. You follow them on a daily basis, you will see that what miraculous things they are doing, what kind of pain they are taking in their life. Another soft skill, talk less, execute more. Always remember, your actions are weightier than your talks. I don't need to talk. We don't need to talk. Our action will tell Yasir is the finest financial analyst in the banking community. Or Selim Hussain Khan is the best CEO of the banking community. Actions will speak. I don't need to talk. So remember, you create the results. You become a result-oriented person. Build network, another soft skill. If you want to be a successful manager, you have to build network. And building network needs a huge thing. Building network means that you have to respect others. You have to always think that his point is superior than my point. Our problem is that we always think that our point is superior. Building network, how much, if it is a project, then give 3 years time to this project. I tell you my story. When I learned that network is a very important topic in life, I started giving time in CMA leadership platform, and I'm there for last 16 years. I become the Bangladesh first Merchant Bankers Association president, the youngest founder president, and I become that because to build network. I become founder president of the CFA Society. Why? Because I wanted to build a network. I should not use the word of I, but normally you should use the word we. But here, for the other reason, I'm using it I, my own experience. To build network, I started teaching in Dhaka University Finance Department, IBA, BRAC University, whatnot. To build network, I wanted to give all kinds of lecture everywhere, even to Goldman Sachs, Citigroup America, or United Nations. That's a part of building project network, because you need to actually focus on that point. Another soft skill, this I will stop here. Another soft skill is that if somebody says that every day morning you will get $86,400 in your bank account every day morning, the rule is that if you take out the money and use, you can use. But if you do not use, then balance will be zero. What will happen? If I give you every day $86,400 in the morning, I say that either you use or then it will be vanished. Everybody will jump to use it, isn't it? I'm sure everybody. That is 86,400 seconds in 24 hours. 1 second will never come back. If you do not use, balance will be zero. So use 86,400 hours, seconds, every day, dollars, every day, more prudently. How? I will tell you most important topic of my today, that if you want to become successful, you need to use time properly, you need to be focused, you need to this, but you need to learn. Bangladesh people, there's a statistic saying that Bangladesh people average, they use 5 hours social media. I say that this is a complete wastage of time. My allocation of social media is never more than 15 minutes a day. It's a rule. 15 minutes, that's more than enough to just got one snap connection. I rest 4 hours, I read book. Rest 4 hours, I spend time on my project. Spend time on your project. No social media. Unlearn social media. I tell you today, you will tell it after 5 years, that social media is actually taking out your brain's cognitive power. Every notification is, do you know that if you look into your screen, it takes, research says it takes 13 minutes to refocus again. 13 minutes. Why should every second there will be notification and my brain's private space somebody will take without my permission, without my appointment? I'm doing some important project work, and then everybody's calling me, notification me. Try to unplug technology. Another rule: wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do your most important job in the first 2 hours when you come to office. Do not check email. Do not read newspaper. I do not check email, newspaper, no call, no visitor, no nothing. 9 to 11, my most productive hour, no phone, switch off. You unplug technology and completely focus on your project. So these are all game changers. Honestly speaking, what I'm talking, you give time, then you realize slowly that how these are important. So now, what are what are the attitudes that I want to focus, I want to convert my knowledge in learning into knowledge, I want to use my time, I don't blame other people, I listen more, I will improve my communication skill. There has to be an attitude of doing. One example of my own life, when I was doing one big exam, I had a big surgery in my knee, and my knee bone was cut, and it took 6 months for me. I was in the crutch. There was kind of a situation that it's cancerous. I just got admitted in one course, and everybody said that you cannot go office, you cannot appear at exam. I said that okay, I have problem in my leg. Why should I do not appear at exam? Why should I go to my office? So I have never taken a leave during that 6 months. I was on crutch. I was coming to office every single day, and I appeared the exam and I passed the exam. That tells that your attitude decides your altitude. So you never ever compromise on your attitude. So what are the final takeaways? I will finish that final takeaway, that create your time. 24 hours time, I created 48 hours. You know, you can convert 28 hours, 24 hours to 48 hours. How? Because you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. Before other people starts to work, I actually wake up 4:30. Before other people wakes up, I have 4 hours work in my life. And what are those most 4 hours work? Most important quality to become a successful manager and leader, you have to have good health and energy. Remember, without health and energy, you cannot be successful. And you can pray, you can meditate. That's the number one job in your life. You can exercise. You should always exercise every day. You should read book before coming to office. You should write your journal and plan. You should go for a variance analysis. What was our plan last month? How much I achieved? So create your own time, disconnect social media, avoid toxic people always, and focus your big projects in the first 2 hours of office. Read every day. Never ever compromise on integrity. Remember, honesty is the best policy. Anybody wants to do any shortcut, you can move against the mountain, but you will be destroyed. Remember, this is the most important thing. Write your journal, write your record, what you want to achieve, and every weekend you go for a variance analysis. So this was my target. I do it myself. My annual work budget is there. So this is my target, how much I achieved. And final point is that I would say that no training course, no lecture like this will work unless we live these lectures in our life. And living human nature is we are forgetful. I'm also forgetful. How to fight that forgetfulness is that take a plan that next 3 years of my life, Arif Bhai said, like Chinese bamboo tree, each and every point needs at least 10,000 hours. Listener, good communication skill, good network. Whatever point I said, every point requires 10,000 hours. Waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, extremely difficult job. It requires many months effort. So take all these points and start the journey with me. And every month, let us discuss. This month I have progressed like a exam every month, and after 3 years take that record what you were in 2021 January and where you reached 2025 January. I think there'll be sea change in our entire professional career. I'll come back later someday how to manage life, because it all are linked to the life management. So unless you are managing your life correct, your professional cannot be correct. Last point is that ultimate success of any person is not by becoming CEO, is not becoming by manager. It's happiness and contentment. And unless you're a happy and content person, you cannot claim that you're a successful person. And that requires a life coaching, life mentoring. I'm sure that if Yasir or if Yasir does not give me time, if you people show me that Arif bhai, we want to start the journey with you for next 1 year, register with me. I am ready to give every 15-day lecture on one topic with example workshop, no superficial lecture, practical daily follow-up kind of workshop, and let's change our life. And remember, our target is to be happy, and happiness only comes if you live a purposeful life. Again, happiness only comes if you live a purposeful life, purpose-led life. Unless there is a purpose in your life, you cannot claim you're successful. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Okay, Yasir, off to you.
Thank you, Arif bhai. Yeah, thank you, Arif bhai.
I cannot hear you. Yasir.
Very outstanding sessions. Hello, Arif bhai. Are you listening me?
Hello, Yasir.
Yeah, I'm listening you. Arif bhai, আপনি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন আমাকে?
I cannot hear Yasir you.
আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি আরিফ ভাই আপনাকে। আরিফ ভাই আমি শুনতে পারছি, আপনি একটু দেখবেন আপনার ইয়েটা যে সিস্টেমে কোথাও, কারণ এখন কোয়েশ্চেনস গুলো অনেকে কোয়েশ্চেনস আসছে।
Can you hear me?
Yes. আরিফ ভাই শোনা যাচ্ছে এখন?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
No idea.
Audience are listening, both of us, but Arif bhai, I don't know why you are not listening. শুনতে পারছেন আরিফ ভাই? শুনতে পারছেন? আরিফ ভাই কি লগ আউট করে লগ ইন করবেন? লগ আউট করে? দর্শকরা কিছুটা বিড়ম্বনা হচ্ছে। I think both of you are listening to us, but unfortunately Arif bhai is not listening. You see, to continue this program, I just want to say it's a great hearing from Arif Bhai, and this program who actually joined later. Arif Bhai এখন শুনতে পারছেন?
Yeah, আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
Okay. So, sorry for the interruption. Thanks the audience for joining. It's a great hearing from Arif Bhai. We got a lot of questions from you, and those who have joined the later part of the program, we just reiterate and repeat the objective of this program. This is the VNA Talks, sponsored by Vision and Action team. And the main audience of this program are the CMA fraternity group. In addition, the finance professionals, the accounting professionals, and all the business and finance graduates. They are also hearing and listening to this program. And Arif Bhai already had a chat for more than 35 minutes. We have already got number of questions, and I also have some questions to Arif Bhai. So কয়েকটা জিনিস যেমন is actually very interesting এবং এগুলো আসলে আমরা প্র্যাকটিস করতেই হবে। যেমন একটা জিনিস যেটা আমার কাছে খুব ভালো লেগেছে, one is converting the 24 hours to 48 hours. I think that is tremendous because যারা early riser সেই অভ্যাসটা যাদের আছে they can do it. But কয়েকটা কোয়েশ্চেন আরিফ ভাই, যেমন হচ্ছে যে এই যে this pandemic is a very fragile ছিল, লোকজন বিশেষ করে লিডারশিপ রোল গুলোতে উই সি যে there is so much panic, এবং ইভেন দ্য ইফেক্টিভ ম্যানেজার বা লিডারশিপ রোলে অনেক সময় এই যে বিশেষ করে গত মার্চ এপ্রিল মেতে কিন্তু অনেক সিনিয়র বা এক্সপিরিয়েন্স লিডার দে হ্যাভেন্ট প্লে দেয়ার রোল প্রপারলি, আমরা দেখেছি বড় বড় কোম্পানিতে ক্ষেত্রে। তো হোয়াট ইজ দ্য what should be your advice to different levels of the managers from very junior to senior or the CXO, যে আসলে আমাদের coming days as this pandemic is still going, যে what should be the effective way to manage the team?
Thank you.
Over to Arif.
I hope that you listen to me. I hope you listen to me.
Sure. Yeah. I'm listening, Arif.
So my only advice would be not to get panic and nervous. Listen, 500 years back, the population of this world was less than 1 billion. Now it is 7 billion, isn't it? Meantime, we had Spanish flu, which took 50 million lives. We have Black Death, we had plague, we had cholera, we had smallpox, we had everywhere millions of people died. We had First World War, Second World War, what not, but world did not stop, and world will not stop. Allah, the Creator, has said that whatever disease He gives, there is a cure to it. So let's focus on positive way, and positivity can only media only creates unnecessary hype. Do not be an average person to be carried away by the media. Whenever there is problem, there is more opportunity as well. Believe me, when it started happening, I started talking to my management committee team members, and I said that don't get nervous. There was lots of pressure that we should retrench people, we should cut down the salary, because we pay 200 crore taka salary every year. There was no income, no business for first 6 months. I said that is the last thing we will do, because cutting salary is the most low hanging fruit that a leader never do it. Do not panic, rather focus on opportunity. We had not cut any salary, we had not cut any people, and we tried to find our opportunity in the market. I don't want to disclose it, price sensitive information, but it was one of the best year in IDLC's history. So do not panic. You think that we are still alive. I tell you, we are so much panicked by corona pandemic. How many people are dies every day from this? Do you know that 8,000 childs are dying every day without food? We have food in this world. We have the vaccine for those death, but still 800,000 children die every day. But media does not cover that because they are poor people. Corona comes to the rich people, that's why. So no panic. You try to focus how to solve the problem, how to find opportunity in this environment. That would be my advice.
Thank you, Arif bhai. We have another question, is that, like, for example, in this pandemic, the job opportunity, the creation of jobs is little bit is very few compared to the previous 3-4 years, and that's why the young professionals or even with a very good background they are actually searching for the job. So question is that by this time when they'll get a job, what should be the advice to them so that they can improve themselves or acquire these types of soft skills in addition to their existing technical skills?
I tell you from I've all given the lecture that job will come, job will go. Sometimes economy will be good, sometimes, but our learning should never stop. It's not related to the job or not job. Our everyday listening habit, our everyday communication skill improvement, our everyday network building, our everyday reading, our everyday waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, our everyday focusing on right topic, defocusing from social media, using $86,400 seconds every day. This should never stop. And if you focus on this process, I tell you one thing, after 3 years, I can almost 99% guarantee you, after 3 years, there will be 5 jobs waiting for you. You can reverse the whole story that there is no job. I tell you one thing, success is a habit. For successful people, whatever they touch, it becomes successful. Because it's a habit. So if you change the whole story that your skill are so much that even if there are few jobs, you will get the job or you will create job. So I would say that sometimes there will be topsy-turvy environment in the economy. Sometimes you may find that it's a difficult time. I had also a lot of difficult times in my life. I can share in later occasion, but I give you a target. Please focus that I will improve my skill. Whatever Arif Bhai said, I will list those 20 items. In 3 years' time, I will be Bangladesh's best on those 20 items, and then 5 employer best people will line up to take me in his team. Believe me, I have got always 5 employer lining up for me that whether I should work for them or not. It happened. And someday I used to look into the 10 years back, I used to look into BD jobs, whether I can get a better job. I never look into BD jobs anymore. I'm not beating my own drum. I'm sharing my experience with my younger friends because it is possible. But problem is that we are shortcut. We are thinking, how can I get the job? How can I do this? Your DNA should be fixed. Your DNA, this 20 item or 15 item, whatever I said, convert your learning into your knowledge and improve your skill. As long as there are people lining outside the door to get your service with money, you don't have any issue. So build a skill which people are willing to pay.
Thank you, Arif Bhai. We get a question from one CMA member, Abid.
Cannot listen to you. I don't listen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't listen to you. Again, problem.
আরিফ ভাই শুনছেন এখন? শুনতে পারছেন আমাকে? হ্যালো। আরিফ ভাই শোনা যাচ্ছে? হ্যালো। হ্যালো, শুনতে পারছেন?
Can you?
জি, শুনছি আমি আপনাকে।
Yes, it. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. আপনি শুনছেন আমাকে?
I don't know what's going on.
আরিফ ভাই শুনতে পারছেন আমাকে? আরিফ ভাই? Sorry, listeners, there's some technical glitches. As I hope you'll all wait for a minute.
This is a technology issue. I cannot. Oh.
আমি শুনছি আপনাকে, আরিফ ভাই। জি, শুনছেন? viewers যারা পরে জয়েন করেছেন, so this is our VNA talks powered by Vision and Action team, and there's the inauguration
Yes,
session.
I cannot listen to you.
Okay, the inauguration session, the episode 1, and the topic was the roadmap to become an effective manager. Arif Bhai, the MD&C of IDLC Finance, he has shared his view. Now this is the question answer session. I think Arif Bhai got disconnected. Let's wait and hear from him. But there are so many questions we found from the audiences. And Jay, Arif Bhai?
From host side, can you do something? Last time also, it came up. Now I cannot listen to your voices.
জি আরিফ ভাই এখন শুনছেন?
I cannot listen to your voices.
জি শুনছেন না, প্রবলেম হচ্ছে। আমি শুনতে পারছি আপনাকে।
What can I do?
আপনি একটু রিমুভ করে আবার ইয়ে করেন, জয়েন করেন।
Is it okay? Yes, it.
জি শুনছেন?
এখন শুনতে পাচ্ছি, এই যে আবার আসলো। হ্যাঁ,
ওকে ওকে, ঠিক আছে। আরিফ ভাই একটু আপনার ক্যামেরাটা একটু বাঁকা হয়ে আছে।
বাঁকা হয়ে আছে?
হ্যাঁ।
এখন ঠিক আছে?
না না না, আপনার ই দেখাচ্ছে, উল্টা দেখাচ্ছে।
উল্টা দেখাচ্ছে?
জি জি জি।
এখন
ভার্টিক্যাল দেখাচ্ছে। আই থিংক ফর দ্য জি জি।
এখন ঠিক আছে?
ঠিক আছে, আমরা আরিফ ভাই সময়ের ইয়েতে আমরা কন্টিনিউ করি।
মানে কি আপসাইড ডাউন দেখাচ্ছে, উল্টা দেখাচ্ছে?
না না, এটা আপনার এভাবে আছে, আপনার হরিজন্টালি আছে।
Carry on.
Okay, we are carrying on. So this today's topic is mainly the roadmap to become an effective manager. With a lot of questions. One of the question is from Mr. Abid. Is that is very interesting to me. Is that what is the inner struggle to become Arif Khan?
Inner struggle.
Inner struggle to become Arif Khan. আপনি যে আরিফ খান হয়ে উঠেছেন, আপনি যে ইন্টারনালি যে কি সব জিনিসগুলো করেছেন, they want to.
As I said that, whoever asked this question, whatever you become, or whatever Yasir Arifin become today, or whatever some of our senior members, it's not one day. I have been, I'm now 55 years old, and I lost my father. I'm the only son. I lost my father when I was in grade 7 and an average family son. So entire life was a struggle. It's not a one item. And there was no guide. I had only 20 taka budget to go to university, have lunch and give my transport bill, because that was only money my family could afford to me. So everyday struggle. Life is totally struggle. And I think one thing we miss, that life will never be perfect. Remember, life will never be perfect. There will be always struggle. But I would say that the inner struggle is the most important inner struggle. If you ask me, sir, what will be the inner struggle we will face? I give you 3 things that you will fight to death to achieve that. From
Arif bhai,
today's
একটু loud please.
Inner struggle, 3 inner struggle that I have faced in last couple.
আরিফ ভাই মিউট করে, আনমিউট করে নেন। আরিফ ভাই আনমিউট করে নেন।
Yasin?
জি শুনছি।
আচ্ছা, Okay, so inner struggle is that from today, what I have been practicing last 5 years, stop blaming others. This is a regular. Stop talking bad thing about other people. Zero. From today, take an oath that I will not talk anything bad against any person, and whatever bad thing happens for me, I will not blame others. This is a struggle for me, struggle for everybody. This is a common habit for unsuccessful people. They start blaming. Successful people never does it. Another inner struggle, waking up early in the morning. One of the most difficult job. Everyday struggle. And the day I miss it, that is a different day. I lose almost half of the day. Energy, productivity, focus, brain's cognitive ability. So if anybody can wake up at 4:30 or 5 a.m., that is a struggle. So it's an inner struggle. And another inner struggle is that you have to manage your time to do exercise. You cannot say that I am busy. You cannot say that I have no time, because then you cannot say that you are a wise person, which is the most important asset or wealth in our life. I think everybody says that my car, my Prado, my Ferrari, my Exio, my this, my Gulshan property, my Dhanmondi property, or my this. Forget about these are not your wealth. Your wealth is your health. Your wealth is only your health and reputation and good words. So you don't take care of your best wealth. You say that you are a wise person. So struggle is that make sure that you have 2 hours for heavy, heavy physical activities. I don't say exercise. Do it at home. You do your personal work by yourself. You make sure our ancestors, thousands years back, they used to do everything by their own hand. They were not relying on other people. So struggle is that I will do my own work by myself. I will wake up early to convert my day. I will not use social media more than 15 minutes. So I have given you 4 struggle that is currently my struggle. Not using social media more than 15 minutes, waking up early before 5 a.m., doing at least 2 hours exercise or swimming every day, and not blaming others. Anybody take the responsibility that whatever success and failure comes in my life is I am responsible. So that's my inner struggle. But there are many more. Actually, I cannot summarize this moment because life is always a struggle.
Thank you, Arif bhai.
Yasir, after you.
Yes. So there's
Yasir,
a question about. Yes.
Yasir,
I'm listening. Arif bhai, I think there's some problem on your side.
what happened?
So there is some question on to summarize the today's topic. So due to time constancy, and those are the people who have joined later, the summary is that the first one, convert 24 hours to 48 hours. Second, where the Arif bhai most emphasize is the good health and energy. Thirdly, pray and meditate. Take 2 hours of early morning. Then the variance analysis. That means the compare with your last month, with your last week, with your last year. That what you learn new things. Create your own time. That is the most important thing. That is to for lack of interruption. You can switch your mobile phone or devices to actually focus on one thing. There is no shortcut in life. Focus on a long-term solution. Write your journal. No training courses. This is most interesting, and actually I think that is the important thing. Sometimes we are very much curious to have a 1 or 2 hour session or 1 or 2 day session and get a certificate and said, okay, I'm a certified leader right now or a certified manager. Actually, that's not work. You have to be work on a continuous basis. The 10,000 rule, that is the last one. So I'm summarizing for the sake of the audience who have joined the later part of the, and the inner struggle also Arif bhai clearly mentioned is that actually stop blaming others, wake early. He mentioned several things. I think that is the most important thing. Each and everyone in the country, in the abroad, it may be Tony Robbins, it may be Simon Sinek, anyone, the most important thing is the wake up in the morning. and you see the bonus and productivity things. Yeah, and also the you see the physical activity. So when you are actually keeping your focus on the on your health and on yourself, then each and everything surrounding you, it will help. So I'm just covering from Arifai's perspective, because there's sometimes technical glitches. So Arifai, one question I think that is for the mid-level managers to you, that is, in the CXO or the second tier, okay, those who have the aspiration to become the CEO of the company. So what are the things from the top, that is the CEO, that he can refer to the board of directors or the investors or the other people as his successor, as you are in that position for a long time? So if you just explain this for the greater sake of this audience.
So you are asking me that to give a feedback on who can be the successor of the CEO. Am I correct?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So if anybody wants to be a CEO, we have to always remember that CEO is not a technical position. It's a generalist position. So CEO is 24/7 responsible for the entire organization. So it has to be a different mindset. He has to has a so can he see the big picture? Number one quality. Is he visionary? I give you an example. Uh, when I was not even CEO, IDLC was a normal finance company with 50 people 20 years back. IDLC used to do only large corporate lending. So I was CFO then. So I thought that okay, from CFO, that's the dream of any finance guy. I said that I was looking into that people are going to CEO level. They are from marketing and business and relationship. So I went to my senior. I said that I want to move from accounting to business. I had no experience because I have already spent 15 years of my time in accounting. They said that you have not done relationship management. I said that I will try to learn it. So I just changed that day from CFO to business. No experience in relationship management and a lot of bad experience. And we created, my first job was to create the SME finance division in IDLC. And they were all reluctant that IDLC cannot do SME financing. But today, after 15 years, it is the biggest division in IDLC. 46% of IDLC is SME with less than 3% bad loan. One of the most respected after BRAC Bank in country SME financing. So the seeing the big picture, seeing the vision that I can see that in 15 years time it will reach there. So that we always want to see that whether that person has that vision, can see the big picture, and is he strategic? I mean, remember, average people works hard. Smart leaders work smart. They do not work hard. Also work hard, but smart way work hard. So strategic means this year we had no business growth. Coronavirus or shut down, loan book growth negative, collection gone, everything gone. But we were looking into opportunities or we were strategic, and we had a reading that interest rate was high, and we believe that the interest rate will come down significantly because of Corona, there will be a lot of less demand in the market. So if interest rate comes down significantly, there we read in the bond valuation, interest rate and bond value inversely related. So we thought that if we just invest in government treasury bond now at a high rate, at that point it was 9%, and if our reading is correct, interest rate comes down, there will be heavy capital gain. And exactly that happened. We went all out market, and I said the mango that this is my reading, just go and get money. I want to invest in treasury bond. And we invested treasury bond, and unprecedented return in that one business covered everything in the Corona year. So that is a strategic thinking. So a CEO should be visionary, should be strategic, and CEO should be a people manager. Most important quality. If you ask me, Arifai, what is your job description? You're a finance graduate, accounting, you're the best financial manager? No, there are many more accounting and finance people experter than me in IDLC. But my job is to find out the right people, most talented people, attract them in this organization and empower them to do their best. Do not disturb them. Give them all authority. Right? Bring the right people, give them all authority, and just guide them. So inspire them to deliver their best. So a CEO should be a role model who can inspire with his actions. so that everybody can deliver their best. So we always look for visionary quality, strategic quality, whether he's a people person, whether people loves him, whether people follows him, whether people think that he's a role model, and whether you respect the junior most person in the organization, even the drivers and office assistant, because that is modesty and humility is one of the very rare quality which, which without which nobody can become CEO. Humility and respect for the most junior position is a must to be successful in that level. So these are and whether he's a change initiator. People who says that, oh no, this will not, we cannot do this because we have been doing it for last 10 years. That is a Clark's answer. I always say that clerks start by saying no. If you want to do something new, if you see that people say that no, it is not possible, that means they are clerks. Clerks start by saying no, and leaders start by saying, why not? Why not we try? Why not we try SME financing? Why not IDLC Securities Limited? IDLC board says that we will not do a stock brokerage because that's not our forte. I said that, okay, why not? Why not we try it out? And we, 2 times they rejected. Third time they said, okay, you go. And we started, and now we are one of the top 3 stock brokers in the country. Why not? So these are the qualities that a change initiator, lot of energy, visionary, strategic, and good people manager. These are the qualities we look for a person from CXO level to go to the CEO. Am I clear?
Yeah, thank you, Arif bhai. So you see, the leadership is a role is actually beyond the technical skill. But in 2019, the worldwide most of the CEOs mentioned that the 70% of the corporation are experiencing leadership gap. So in view of that, if you just elaborate actually what is the manager, the each and every manager on their steps they can do to actually grow the team, even himself, to be effective manager and to reduce that leadership gap.
We need to understand that when we were young, our target was to become an independent person, because we used to say that one day I will finish my university and I will be an independent person. That was our highest dream. I don't need my father's money. I can run my life. But later, when we become independent, I started working in an organization. Then I become a manager. And when I become a manager, I now realize that independent is not the highest form. I am actually dependent on my team's performance. So it's an interdependent world. The interdependency is higher than independent status. So if a manager wants to become a leader, number one quality is that respect your team members. Listen to your team members. Be with them in their difficult time. Shoulder the responsibility. Never ever pass the buck that I did not do it, he has done it. You just tell that it's my failure. Always be with your team. Give them all kinds of support. Do the hardest job. Lead from the front, not from the behind. So your team members find that you are the most compassionate person. You take care of them. You become a coach. You become a mentor in their life. So you understand. You listen to their problem. You respect them. You remain modest. You become their coach. You become their family guardian. You take all pains, and only then your team give their best to you. And when your team gives their best for you, you become a successful interdependent person, and that leads you to the higher level. In IDLC, 1,400 people works. I don't do anything. Honestly speaking, if they work, IDLC performs. IDLC goes to the sky. So how is that possible? Possible because they feel that it is their business. Every day I say that we make 500 crore taka operating profit. I say that it goes to 3 party. One party government, they tax Uncle Sam, comes 40% tax. Whatever money you make, you have to give them. One party shareholder, we give 35% dividend to them, and one party 200 crore salary that we take. So we say that it is our business. We don't come here to do job. It is our business, because 1/3 of the business profit we take, and everybody realizes that it is their business. So when the mindset is different, that it is our business, and I always tell them, Do you think that you come to office for a job? They said, yes, sir. So I have changed this in the last 3 years. And I said, okay, well, if somebody takes a home loan from you, what happens? He said, yeah. What happened? I said that small girl in that family tells that, we have a new house. Earlier, we used to live in a rented house. Now this girl is excited. We have a new house. My father bought a new house. And you are helping to achieve that joy in that young kid's life. Is it a job or a mission? Everybody said that it's a mission. I said that don't you think that it's exciting hour to wake up and come to office and serve another young family, another young, and everything in Ideals is changed. Everybody now comes that we are in a mission, we are not in a job. So when it is a job, it is 9 to 5. I just come and go. No, it's a mission. You see what works best in life when you serve others, when you have a purpose. I told you earlier. If there is a purpose, your life is a purposeful life. You don't do job. And when that happens, it is the ultimate. So that's what we expect.
Thank you, Arif. We are taking the last question due to the time constraints already more than an hour. So we have got a lot of audiences here. It's the inaugural program at the VNA Talks. And here we have Mr. Arif Khan, the MD&C of IDLC Finance Limited. And the last question is with one of our CMM member, Mr. Mahabul Alam. And his question is, we used to say successful people, successful CEOs. But what is your view about success?
Well, I just mentioned earlier, somebody says that becoming finance director is a success. Somebody thinks that becoming finance manager is a success. Somebody becoming a teacher is a success. Somebody thinks that buying next Ferrari car is a success. Somebody thinks that if I can buy my flat is a success. Somebody thinks that to become CEO of is a success. But honestly speaking, these are all social definition. If you really go deeper, ultimate success is happiness above everything. Harvard University now come back with, after all research, the ultimate success is you have few $1 trillion in your bank account, but you are unhappy, you cannot claim that you are successful. No way. So happiness is the ultimate success. If you are happy by giving lecture in a rural village school to the kids, that is success. If you can every day go to Dhaka Medical College emergency and wait there to help one family who does not have any money, brought up patient hit by accident, and you lead your life to serve them, and you are happy, that is the success. Not becoming the CEO is the success. So being happy is and content is the ultimate success. And how can be you happy and content? Meaning that ask your heart what makes you happy and do that job. What makes you happy? Do that job. And it's a research oriented findings. We don't need to go to research. If you have a purpose to serve other people gets highest happiness in their heart, because creator has designed us in a way, the more you give, the more you receive. Giving the reward of giving instantly we get, not in the form of $1 billion, in the form of joy in our heart. So the moment we give, we serve, we get the joy in our heart, and that is the reward, because creator has designed us in that way. So success is not becoming the CEO. Success is not having a mansion in Manhattan. Success is becoming leading a purpose-driven life to serve others, to be happy. And when you are in your deathbed, you can say that my life was not wasted. My life was for other people. I think that is the ultimate success.
Thank you, Arif Bhai. So we are very much end of our program. To the audience, this is the VNA Talks. This is the first episode, and here we have the Arif Bhai with us. So I think if you like this, we'll continue this episode throughout the year, and we'll bring the industry experts in finance, in banking, in telecom, in technology, in digital initiatives and analytics, in RMG or even in the SME. So let's try to have a good knowledge sharing, knowledge-based society, knowledge sharing program with the peers, with the members, with the finance professionals, the accounting professionals, and if we have the opportunity and if Arif Bhai allow us time, we'll also invite him to this session, to this event, and I think we learned a lot from him, and many of the things I have noted, because you see, so the important thing is to have a make a habit, to have a practice of the good things. And if we all follow this, the young people, including myself and others who are in the mid careers, who are very good at the technical skills but could not go the upper ladder only due to the lack of the leadership, the manager skills, and the interpersonal and communication skills, this is the right time. And now there is no barriers in terms of having the knowledge, because you see, we are having the program. I am in my house. Arif, I think he's in office, and your people, I think, sitting in front of your cell phone, and you're watching this program. So these things will be continued, and hopefully all the peoples who are around the corner in the country or in the other continents, part of the continents, we collaboratively can do a lot more things. This pandemic actually give us the opportunity to have a common sharings and common understandings, and together we can do a lot. We can actually resolve many of the issues, the current issues. So thank you, Arif Bhai, so much for attending to this program and giving us more
Yes,
than a one.
one.
Sure. Yeah, Arif Bhai,
Yes,
please.
yes. One last point. I want to see next time if people join this kind of training program, whether they have converted their learnings into their knowledge. They should come back with a report that earlier I only learned this, but this is my now my knowledge. So I want to see that even one item they have converted into knowledge. Then I will say that we have learned that how to convert learning into knowledge. That is the missing link, nothing else. It's the execution part that is the missing link. So I would like to see that in next. Everybody should come up with their worksheet that this was my status and now this is my status.
Absolutely, Arif Bhai. I think we also follow up this to our peer groups, and converting to learning to knowledge. That should be exciting period in front of us. Thank you all for viewing this program. The VNA Talks, stay with us and like this VNA Talk space. And there will be more programs in the coming months, hopefully, inshallah. So stay tuned. Good night. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye. Thank you, Arif Bhai.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you all.
Assalamu alaikum to everybody.
Walaikum assalam.